Girl, so me have one for you. On the first time, me see you, me have plan for you. Girl, so me love it when you do it like that. When you drop it, then you take it up and put it up. Long time me a tell you, so me have one for you. From the first time, me see you, me have plan for you. Some boys say them a man, but me know say them a frame. I sit round and tell you, baby, don't gain. Me want you from the first time when me see you over Spain. As you ring, and you bring the right when me came. Tell you move me, make a you me want to give me serenade. Make a you me want to use all of me money maintain. Me want give you pleasure through pain. You're looking at my brain. When you love me, you proclaim. Baby girl, me say me love it when you do it like that. When you drop it, then you take it up and put it back. Long time me a tell you, so me have one for you. From the first time me see you, me have one for you. Girl, so me love it when you do it like that. When you drop it, then you take it up and put it back. Long time me a tell you, so me have one for you. From the first time me see you, me have one for you. So you know feel like some other little girl, know you different. You know boogie, you got kaba, know you decent. And you make me like me want reinvent. You was a Christian in a church, tell me with a reason. Tell me like you know me love it when me see you in a print. I feel you want to could have wear shots and win. So me need them. Sneak and go to the night of fly now. Come on, win now. I want no one rasta you we can. I've been a plan that you can now I with you. Cause I know that make me a star. Now you can I with girl. We get them anywhere in the world. Now you can I with money. Cause that make me for them funny. Now you can I with clothes. Now we know I with things like those, yeah. Vibrant me way with that. And if I never him, I'm on open layer. I put the youth, them give me strength. I put the music, I have the talent. I put my pride, I'm a focus man. I'm a hype, I'm a firm, up in the Gideon. I'm coming to see I'm a boss. Clean up the beer, and I know my class. I put you, cause I know that make me a star. Now you take your hype with girl. We get them anywhere in the world. Now you take your hype with money. Cause that make me for them for me. Now you take your hype with clothes. Now we know hype with things like those. Not because of the church, it don't mean you ever sent. Don't judge me because it was a reference. Sometimes I wish things could be different. But not guilty no means so you're innocent. You can lie from man but not from God. But me do a good but all you do me a bad. Sometimes I wish things could be different. But not guilty no means so you're innocent. Not because you know some up on a first class right. That will be you know what I love if it comes to the vibe. You're educated but not polite. True me not college educated. Nothing say me not right. Spread all kind of rumor. Laugh and take it for humor. Sometimes me have to wonder if you have a brain tumor. You're not gonna like the funeral. Come and realize you are the devil junior. Not because you're a church, you don't mean you ever sent. Don't judge me because you is a reverend. Sometimes I wish things could be different. Not guilty no means so you're innocent. You can hide from man but not from God. When I do for you up with all you do me a back so.
As an individual, like I say, I like to listen to the minds and I like to listen. I love music because, like I said, you see within the passion, everything individual, spit it out. And at the same time, individual already make decisions. Brothers make decisions. Sisters make decisions. At the same time, the batter is in my hand. The decision I make that means so much I learn from life. That means so much I mature from life. Because like I say, when concerning life itself, when you listen to brothers and sisters, it's not strange things individuals saying. It's things that we see, we live, we make these decisions on a daily basis. And like I say, you can learn a lot from life itself. You could learn a lot from brothers and sisters because, like I say, they already make decision. And you have to respect it so you can learn from it. You like I said, we can make a difference by what's on the table, by the choices that we make with the life itself. It have brilliance in it. It have beauty within it. No matter the decision the individual make. Why I say that? Because you could take a bad situation and make it good. You have to see the good within life itself. Like it's just like you have certain things, something bad happened today. You don't just live within it. If you live within it and you're sending out that energy, that's what you're going to continue feeling. That's what, so we don't understand what we're doing when concerning life itself. You could change the situation. It's just the way, like, you and a brother have a misunderstanding, and you move within ignorance. And it's all up to you. You can learn from that brother by just the way how the brother approaches the situation. By just the respect the brother have for the situation itself. You could learn. You could walk a mile. You could lead by distance from life itself. Because all the answers is there. Brothers and sisters, make decision. When concerning life itself is the truth. So no matter if it's a young man or young woman will make the decision, it's still the same consequence. When concerning life itself, like I say, we have to enjoy. Life is something you have to enjoy. You have to see the beauty. You have to live. You see everything within life itself and respect everything. Why do you think we have an experience? Why do you think everything is revealing itself? Why do you think life itself is speaking? Even the young youths or the elders, individuals supposed to know what time it is. When the elders sit down today and listen to the young people, the way how they act, the way how they talk, the heart they have today, where they get that from? They've been programmed that way. They've been taught to be that way. Because you see, we don't take responsibility for our life. We do things and we don't really care. But what we don't understand, whatever you do within life itself, so on to the future generation that we're passing on. Love that lies within your heart. That's where you're going to give to the future. That's where you're going to talk to them. That's the discipline that you're going to have. That's where you're going to greet them. And you have elders today, when they hear young people, they might be singing or dancing or however they're expressing themselves. They start to judge and underestimate. But these youths is telling you, the choice that they make and what lies within the street and how corrupt the system is. Everything within life itself. What generation is applying for generation. What's going on within what drugs can do or what the guns can do. Everything is there. Because if we're passing on these things to generation and we're supplying it, and that's what moving, and then the youths doing drugs, what do you think they were saying? They ain't singing something that they don't know about, it doesn't do. They do it on a daily basis. That's what going on. That's what generation supply. Individual do things because, they look at, well, they want the money. But at the same time, in the long term, who is the one who's suffering? Life itself. Everything will have life itself is what's suffering with the consequence. Because we take life itself for a joke. We take it for granted. And today, you see, you have elders would refuse that because they know they are part of the problem. They can see themselves because, this generation will apply these things. The things that the generation, the life generation living today, they don't just come so and just live it like that. It has been programmed. That's a seed we plant. But I'm saying that you reach a point, it doesn't matter. Your generation make decision, but at the same time, individual don't know better. If generation don't know better, they don't know better. It's still up to you now. Life is within your hands. You will live just as them. You'll do the same thing just as them, or you go live and you go learn and you go do the best thing that you can for life itself. Life itself depends on you. When you want growth and you want life, is up to you. Yes, sometimes you want your brother walk with you, you want your sister, but if individual doesn't apply these things to their life, if individual also wants certain things, you could talk no until next year. It's still up. Anytime a person have to change within life itself, that's a personal decision that individual have to make within spirit. In order for things to shift within that individual life, that is a decision that individual have to make and commit to that decision that they make. Because why you is the one who have to make that decision, because you'll go through phases, you'll go through challenges, you'll go through a test. But if you say so and you mean it within spirit and within truth, it is done. It's only when you play games with your life. And you're supposed to know when you're not on track. You're supposed to know what you're doing to you.
Sometimes I wish things were beautiful. you know me, so you're innocent. Down, judge me through the clothes and me wear down. Judge me through the style of me hair down. Judge me through me come from the garrison. Not because you live up a jumbly. Remember unfair game play twice. That shape that you serve, you soon get your slice. Read the seed where you sow, you get what you deserve. I just hope you accept your price. Hey.
Rise above the stressing and pain. Jah protect my vessels and pain. Some but life journey's like a ladder. Ain't got time for mistakes, me learn from other. Hey, when I want to see who I hate one another. Them study with them out, you swear it's a dagger. Rise above the stressing and pain. Jah protect my vessels and pain. Some bad mind for the blessings and fame. Want set we up, cops are rest up and plain. And that's them a pray. Them not go see me in a we. That's them a pray. Not go see we in a cemetery. Hey Jamil, me a talk to the youth them and the grown up. Man fi have good things in the life for shown up. Not talk about the house and car you own up. Them things genuine but them heart bogus. So I go get fights in the life when you start living your dreams. Especially when you see the grass are green. Some I go say you're dirty, some I go say you're clean. But we not chat on the path where they rise above the stressing and pain. Jah protect my vessels and pain. Some bad mind for the blessings and fame. Want set we up, cops are rest up and plain. And that's them a free. Them not go see me in a we. Hey, you good. Them a free. Not go see we in a cemetery. I can't be now in a surround corner. We not get mixed up in a drama. Look how we're rolling presidential. Down with Jamaica and Obama. We're not in farming, cause we no farmer. Always I mention the name of marijuana. That's why we're rolling so presidential. Down with Jamaica and Obama. Now run lecture, no place on my word. Stay focused, make music on my word. So when you see me from the highway, I roll. Leave me alone, I know you pay me toll. And some boy do a chat. So no ratings, me no did that. Them lift up a fly like sick wind. Negativity to fire till I clip the air. Man, now we not surround corner. We not get mixed up in a drama. Look how we're rolling presidential. Down with Jamaica and Obama. We not in farming, cause we no farmer. Always I make some nigga with marijuana. That's why we're rolling so presidential. Down with Jamaica and Obama. Pick up everyone way out to every farm worker. Every youth with them go a road a searcher. But in a big up from man well lazy. Sit down and chat one time coming up. I see a couple move with it. I go take a brain and I work in focus. Stay from a game. That's why our rolling so high. We not roll like some of them guys. Yeah, now we not surround corner. We not get mixed up in a drama. Look how we rolling presidential. Down with Jamaica and Obama. Yeah, I go live my dream. Me, I go live my dream. One day, me, I go live my dream. Come on, me, I go do. So me not free. We are go on a private trip. Live my dream. Me, I go live my dream. Me know me, I go live my dream. Man, I go on my smoke up from Starbucks. When evil try getting on your way, all you need for them just pray. But if for the real songs, take time out and pray. When troubles and crosses getting on your way, find your weakness, step and try to play. Just read the songs, take time out and pray. The man run like to the kill. Your prosperity, them not try to them. That's why I live by reality, not high hopes. And I always keep an eye out. We all them know you come in a disguise. I don't know a long time them me despise. You know why you sing high notes. Well, why you so we time move. Like my blood where you pump it close to me. I can't tell that before me a music. But for the reader songs, take time out and pray. When troubles and crosses getting on your way, find your weakness, never try to play. Just read the songs, take time out and pray. Them man run like to the cure. The prosperity.
You need the Almighty. Let me tell you something. You need the Almighty. You can't do this alone. You can't do this by flesh. You need the truth. It's just like the truth set you free. It's just like within life itself. Excuse me, brothers or sisters, make decision within truth. And you see the growth within it. You see the life within it. You see the beauty within it. You see the strength within it. You see the use within it. You see everything what lies within it. And like I say, whatever individual have to say, like I say, you have things I wouldn't do. You have things I wouldn't say. But at the same time, individual making decision, and at the same time, I have life itself, and things is on the, everything what lies within life itself is on the table. I can't run, I can't hide. I mean, what a sense, being ashamed of life, being ashamed of who we is, being ashamed of the choices that we make, being ashamed of what lies within our heart. We have to face it. So we can overcome, we have to face it, we have to take responsibility. When you have life itself, we're supposed to want to live in it. We're supposed to want to see the beauty of life itself. We're not supposed to live within ignorance or within darkness. Yes, things gonna happen, but that condition could change. You have to see the good within life itself. Like I said, life is within your hands. Things gonna happen. Individual gonna say things. Individual gonna do things. That's the choices that individual make. Well, that same decision is in your hands. That's what make a difference. But what individual do, whatever generation already put on the table, individual just feed off of that and live off of that. Don't look at it with instruction. Don't look at it with truth. So individual could rectify, individual could find a way, individual could acknowledge, individual could see what, on the grounds, the choice or the moves we make within life itself. When you hear brothers express themselves and sisters express themselves, as an individual, if you listen, you would learn a lot. You would learn a lot because you will know where to go, you'll know what to do. Because the choices that individual make within their life, the results standing right before you also. You see, we blessed within our own amazing gift. And everything what lies within life itself, it manifests within the gift itself. And what we do, we try to create division, create more confusion to keep you tied up in the web. It's just as individual might have a little misunderstanding. Individual know what they say. Individual know if they're wrong because individual know the difference between right from wrong. Individual don't want to see themselves. They rather prolong it, rather make it, go wrong like a snake, rather, when it's unnecessary. You're just playing with yourself. You think you're running from yourself, but you're still not going anywhere. The only how you move is when you as an individual chose to make a decision within truth and you actually stand and represent it, no matter what comes your way, no matter what happens within your life. You'll stand because you know what you're standing for. Brothers and sisters make decisions on a daily basis. Individual have different passion or what the gift that individual have or whatever we do within life itself. We all bless within our way. Instead of we look at it, we respect it and make a change within our heart because it's what lies within our heart. It's what have generation, the way generation is. Things is happening and individual don't care because individual lost. They're more selfish, and at the same time, individual selfish and still can't see themselves. Still can't see themselves and the effect, of the decision that generation has been making for decades. They still can't see themselves. And when you hear brothers crying out, brothers saying, I hear this one might cause this one, I hear this one. You could hear the frustration. You could see the confusion. You could hear the cry within spirit. You could feel the pain within the future heart. By what generation supply? By what generation supply? All the habits, as much as the young one think, okay, they're just doing it, that has been given to them. And its continue has been given through generation, through the battles of life. Because individual would not wake up. Individual would not, take responsibility. Individual would not see who they are and see what they're doing within life itself. It's just taking a toll, and it's just taking away generation. You see the weapons? You see the deeds? That's why in life itself, you got to be careful what you're doing in life. It go a long way. That's why you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to grow the young one with instruction. That's why it's good to find yourself. And when you come and you have young ones, you're supposed to, as much as you learn, you're supposed to supply that for them. As much as you grow, you're supposed to give you. That means you're growing them spiritually. You're giving them the strength. You're preparing them to fly. You're preparing them to broaden their wings as broad as possible and fly. That means whatever they need to achieve or whatever they want with their life itself. Who could stop them? If we do the right thing, I mean, the results. It speaks. It tells. It tells the structure. It tells the truth. It tells the heart of man. It tells what mankind think they're doing it within secret and it's not revealing. Look at the future generation. Look at your heart. Look at your deeds. And look at the future generation, the things that they do. Is it something different? Or it's 10 times worse. But it's the same thing. That's what you carry out within life itself.
Eventually, who not real, I go show themselves. Them can't know you if them don't know themselves. Them a go on like a friend, but round you, them 10 stars. Them a for themselves. That's why me take a minute every day from a busy schedule and give praise to the man who only taught us things that we couldn't learn at school. If them a one lose, well, I miss you because for the reader's answer there. Take time out and pray when troubles and crosses getting on your will. On your weakness, them a try to deal. Just read the answer there. Take time out and pray. Them man run like to the kill. Your prosperity, them a try to deal. Do it and I'm enough here. We want to enough here. Who's the king fish and that me no hear that. I'm over the hook of them need a someone too long enough here that. Them let me a fever just to me here. Who's the king fish and that me no hear that. I'm over the hook of them need a couple of people that we have never born. But I tell you that we have never won. Nobody can tell you they're gone. Up all like I got some in trouble on the farm. We know it's different from what we did again. Yeah, we tell them again and again. I remember us and never give them more than we can deal. So we know the real one them from the field. With the money in our pocket and God in our heart. And we don't want to see us such a fan. We friend them close who me love the most. And we don't want to see us such a fan. Food me and say come out our way. And we don't want to see us such a fan. From way we not better than we. And we don't want to see us such a fan. Never there's a man from we born. Never see you a road and say grease the palm. You don't need nothing to none of we, so you can go on. We not afraid that we no owe ya man. Straight like a run, no we no run rocket. And we no bend for nothing in our pocket. Like them a list, man, tell them to stop it. I can't do that, but so them a drop it. Now tell no lie, Jamaica want change. Things for me here say some a do fear change. Remember me born as a man, me nah do nothing strange. And me nah pet no dog with me. Jamaica me money in my pocket and God in my heart. Man, me no want see us such a car. We bring them close, who me love the most. Man, me no want see us such a car. I'm a fool, me say come out the way. Man, me no want see us such a car. I'm looking for a way, we no get on the way. We can't get a lie. We don't make way. Boy can't cross the mountain. Tell them we no make way. We no make close. Blink around the roses. Tell them we no make way. We no make way. Some people don't know it. Tell them we no make way. We no make way. Me know such I never make them the way there. Me know such I never make them the way there. Me know such I never make them the way there. Just I never make them the way there. I wonder. Already I make enough man gone. I greedy make enough man gone. Joe Sweets make enough man gone. And about to you so them demand. Already I make enough man gone. I greedy make enough man gone. Joe Sweets make enough man gone. And about to you so them demand. Make no mistake, everything set. No man couldn't be no money, man no van yet. Cause the sun couldn't be the rain, foot couldn't be the rain. The valley garden couldn't be on it. Them would do anything for the dollar sign. So them 5 cent, 10 cent dollar wine. That's why me no follow man, me follow my mind. And my mind now tell me time the line there. Already I make enough man gone. Already make enough man gone. Joe Sweets make enough man gone. And about to you so them demand. Hey girl, hey cups, the seeker, run every acre. Hey Mark, and the talk for your talk. Your real friend is always there for you. Them will always care for you. When you wrong, them are old strong, them always like a slave for you. Real friend is always there for you. Them not stop cheer for you. When you wrong, them are old strong, them always like a slave for you. The win friends are there, but just a few. Some might old and some might new. The real good friends will last from any avenue. Just see them as revenue. Always in the present if you felt your friend. Me not say nothing wrong if you help your friend. Don't walk the well cause that will melt. Just make sure you have a healthy friend. My friend can knock on my door anytime. Me, with me good friend, me long time. Them say people change, if them a exchange. Make sure you pray the sign. Never comes to every man, that's the one way. When things get stressful, life gets down and pressing. Put your thumbs on the blessing, keep on pressing. Without no guessing, cause life itself is a lesson. Things get stressing, life get down and depressing. Don't stop, put your thumbs on your blessing, keep on pressing. Without no guessing, life itself is a lesson. Them say sometimes stop it, sometimes sleep. Tell me how it's a life it easy. Don't wait until what's up and gone before you know how important it is. Don't give up, all when you're back against the wall. 7 times rise and 7 times fall explanation. You will reach your destination. All when I call you will come. Enjoy your happiness. You don't music, everybody will not be less. The very never sees it, she not sees it. Now show me woman, I'm blind, show me wife, show me girl. Right, enjoy your
individual, what do you understand as individual, right? You might have individual as doctors, or you see teachers, or lawyers, or individual like your individual sing and individual war against each other. I mean, all individual are looking to themselves and see the purpose of what the reason why all of y'all have the gift that y'all have. Take that and run with that. Learn as much as you can learn. Yes, you're gonna feel the pain. Because yes, you make decision, you say you want this, say you want that. So whatever lies within it, everything what lies within it, it'll manifest. And at the same time, like I say, you're a witness to life itself. Why instead of individual fighting against each other, brother, use your gift, whatever you have, and use it and then continue growing, continue running. Individual will have it, join hands spiritually and use the gift that you have, because you get a gift that you have is manifesting everything what's going on within the world, everything what lies within man's heart, the deeds of man. Your purpose is a reason. There's a reason why you have the gift that you have. I know sometimes individual will want to give up. And some individual would say, okay, well, why, they're seeing this, or why they're going through this, or, they didn't expect certain things, but this is the choice. This is the heart of man. This is, just how you had a choice. You just don't make the decision that your brother make, but that a choice your brother make, yes, it hurt. But you want another brother feel the same thing what you feel. You could change that situation. The way you look at that situation. You can't look at your brother within hate. You have to look at him within respect so you can learn and you could grow. And you could take the baton and run wherever your brother reach, whatever your brother could do, whatever your brother can do. It's going to be on the table. It's all up to you. You're going to sit down and make a mockery of your brother, or you're going to show your brother respect that the mile that he has run. He reaching a certain level and he can't move no more because within spirit, he can't give up, That doesn't mean individual stopping about, individual give up on about your times within life itself. Individual would feel like giving up. But trust me, you give us for a reason. Individual would try to block you. Individual would say whatever individual had to say. Whatever individual would, whatever individual could use, individual would use it. Because it's identifying who mankind is. And individual do not like that. So individual would fight. But you don't worry whatever individual have against you, or whatever individual is coming with you, the gift that what has given to you within spirit. Once you do the right thing, you will be protected. You can walk within the, you can walk within fear. Your life is within spirit. You have authority within spirit. Use the authority that you have within spirit, no matter what comes against you. That's why you have to be careful with the cards that you play. You have to be careful that the steps and the choice that you make within life itself, because that's the same thing will protect you, will guide you, will cover you. Sometimes individuals will do certain things, right? And they don't pay attention because they look at it, okay, well, is this individual is mine now, whatever it is. You be careful. Because certain times when certain things fall on us, we'll ask question. Our individual would want to give up, an individual would say, okay, well, this happened and that happened. You don't know. You don't know. There is so much to individual life. Individual tell you what they want to tell you. There is so much. You knows your heart. So you're supposed to know what man is capable of. And everything, the way it is, it happened for a reason. If certain things lies within mankind's heart, the individual has been doing it for a long time. It takes a while before things actually, it's always revealing. It always was on the table. It's just individual really pay attention until it actually busts. Because when you're doing things within life itself, and you feel the effect. It's just like you say, okay, well, you're selling drugs and you have the gun. Look how much brother is. Put all joke aside. You want the quick money. Yeah, you might go to school and have the education. And yes, some individual, within their family, they don't have certain things and they're trying to find a way out. It's hard for the young youths within structure because they don't have structure. Individual will tell them to do this and do that, but within the structure, within the formula, if individual will grow within structure, they'll grow within truth. I mean, how could you tell an individual to do certain things the individual don't even know how to do? You could beat them, you could hurt them, no matter what you do. If individual don't know. You see, the problem is within spirit. The problem lies within us. But it's like it's too much work for individual. Because the way the things that individuals supplying for society is what lies within their heart. And as an individual, all we have to do in life and learn and respect everything what lies within life itself. Don't matter who put it on, whether a young man, a young woman, don't matter which culture, don't matter about that, whatever on the table, show it respect. It's there for a purpose. Everything is connected. Everything there for a reason. And we live within ignorance. We live within, individual focus on, okay, they're doing this, or they're doing that, or they're doing this. But if you don't, you have to see your heart. You have to see what lies within your heart. Because what lies within your heart is what you put out. And what you put out is what manifests. It's what you give to the future. Individual don't care about life itself within structure. Individual don't care about life itself within truth, or what individual want just to take from life, just to destroy life for their own. Like I said, individual today just using the intelligence and whatever individual learn within life itself through the brilliance. Individual just using it against generation. It's like testing the minds, and individual playing a game within the minds itself, but at the same time they're getting all the information. And they would always get, because the mind itself is brilliant. Individual would never understand. The mind itself is it's amazing. No matter how individual look or individual born a certain way, we're brilliant within our own special way if we only use it and appreciate it and make use of it. You'll see the value of it. You'll see the purpose of it. You'll see the beauty of it. You'll see how far you can go with what you got within. Individual worry about, okay, well, I have to have the desires of this world in order for individual to be seen. Because, and within truth, individual see what lies within your heart, because everything what lies within your heart is what manifests, the things that you say, the things that you do, where you stand for, who he is. And that's how individual would always be 10 steps ahead. Because you want to take the shortcut and you want to neglect life. So individual look at it like I shouldn't be ashamed of doing whatever I have to do, because individual have the same thing like me, but individual refuse to use it. We are brilliant. We are gifted. And if we could only appreciate our gift instead of fighting against our gift, instead of looking at the illusion, looking at the beauty of the gift, going around the gift, instead of acknowledging the gift. I'd really like to know what generation really do within life itself, what make mankind the way it is. I would really want to know. You know something? I hope individual have a blessed night, okay?